I guess I'm live. How you guys doing? So, I just want to do some nonsense rant. I haven't talked on my channel all day. I got good sleep last night, but I woke up and I had a feeling that it was do or die for Bohemian Rhapsody. That if I didn't do it this morning, I wasn't going to do it. I told you guys I would do it. So I put on my beloved red pants, just reviewed it a couple times, and then played it. I know it's got some mistakes in it. It's got some things where I left parts mostly, is where the mistakes are. But I kept the flow, I kept the gist of it, I kept the spirit of it, and I'm not going to try to hammer at it until I get it perfect and do a billion takes of it. But I was really glad to give it a shot, and I think I did acceptable given the fact that I'm not a Queen. I'm not a Queen specialist. You know, it's not all I do, and I haven't been doing it. I only started learning Bohemian Rhapsody a couple days ago, and so I'm okay. I think it was an all right take, considering. So now I want to rant a little bit again about religion. I seem to do that a lot, but this is a little different take than I've been doing, because I don't know. To me, Christianity, as opposed to Eastern religions, Christianity tends to see people as a problem to be solved, including myself. In other words, there's something wrong with you. You need Jesus. You need to accept him so that you'll have to do everything we say to do. Because once you accept him, that means you're under our thumb. And now you got to do everything we say to do because you accepted Jesus, and we're the gatekeepers and masters of Jesus. It's a feeling I get, you know. I mean, I make good progress in church and stuff, but then before you even know it, they want you to accept Jesus, or accept God's your heavenly Father, or be saved, or whatever that is. And I'm not out for that. I'm not a problem to be solved. I love my life. I'm not giving up my internet for that, for them, you know, because, you know, accepting Jesus or accepting that you're, you know, whatever that is code for we want to baptize you so we can have control over you, and that's not in my best interest, nor is it what I really want to do. Nor I would be totally dishonest if I did it anyway. I don't consider myself anyone's child. I'm an orphan for that matter. God, why is God my father? I mean, I have done nothing to, you know, for that to be especially true of me. Not only that, I don't want it. I don't need a father. I've already accepted not having a father. Father's not even a good thing in my language. I don't want a father. I've had too many as it is. And I'm not a problem to be I'm not a problem to be fixed because I love my life. And I like myself. Now I have good in me. I have good qualities, and I have love. And I even have some faith that the Bible might be true. But as soon as they bait and switch and turn it into I have to accept Jesus or become saved, then I feel like it's a trap. Because once I'm saved and baptized, they can tell me what to do, and I have to obey, or otherwise I'm really bad. And I see that coming because I've been baptized 4 times already. I'm not naive to this you know, dynamic. And I've told you guys that when they push me too hard, and especially in that direction, I'm gonna leave. You know. No, I'm not leaving right now, so I'm still going to church tomorrow and everything. But it's not to fix my life like it's a problem. Like I'm bad inherently, so I better go there, otherwise I'm going to be damned. I don't care about being damned. I'm fine with being damned. I go there for the love and to learn more about Jesus, but not to be pressured, and not to be told what to do, or pressured so they can really tell me what to do. I'm not in that. But you know, I for the first time in my life, I actually look forward to going to church. And I've never really have before. And for the first time in my life, yesterday, I think for the first time in my life, I actually prayed to God. And it worked, or at least helped, or at least it was positive. That's cool. You know, I've never really sincerely or directly prayed to God before. But that doesn't mean it's time to change so that I don't have a life. You know, I'm not doing that, you know. I never said I was. In fact, I said if they started doing that, I was going to back out. and I mean what I say in that direction too. So, but whatever. I'm still going to church tomorrow. I love it. I'm going to walk to church in my long pants and a tie. And so, enough of that. And I did 3 comic relief songs before I did Bohemian Rhapsody, because I couldn't just learn it for 3 hours on the floor and then just get up and play it. It was too much I needed that to sink in and to process it. Just chill with it for a day or 2 or so. And I did, but that's cool. But in the meantime, I did 3 comic relief songs. I did what did I do? Oh, I did Thunderstruck by AC/DC. I did Young Man Blues by The Who, and I did Gypsy Road by Cinderella. And I'm really starting to now that I've done most of the pop stuff and stuff that I don't really like as much, but I've done it to pay my dues. I'm enjoying doing more rock stuff than I used to do a couple of years ago. I was doing Peter Gabriel stuff, and I was doing Billy Joel stuff, and I was doing Elton John stuff, whatever. The fringe of more pop, rock kind of thing, because I needed to show that that's covered, that that's good music. But now that I've done that, I can actually go for my favorite stuff I really like to play. And I liked doing Gypsy Road. That was cool. I wasn't the most into 80s bands in the late 80s, as far as, I loved them, but I was more into the shred people, at that point. Randy Rhoads, but also Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Eric Johnson. I was all into shred, Yngwie Malmsteen. But it was good music. It still is good music, and so I love doing the covers like that now. I've never done it. Well, maybe once a couple of years ago I might have done one more Cinderella song. Maybe I did Shake Me or something. But I'm enjoying doing things that I haven't done before. And I and Cinderella were a great band. Are a great band. I love doing Gypsy Road. And so I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.